Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Review of Honor, where we cover everything that happens inside of a Ring of Honor ring, and, well, this week, some things that happened outside of a Ring of Honor ring. And we have a crazy announcements in this episode, things that ROH did to kind of set the stage for Final Battle, and then, of course, just when they thought everything was straight and everything was perfect, 2020 said, you can set the stage, but I'm going to wreck the stage. So before we can get into any of that, I got to bring in my co-host, the three-time baby-making champ. This is Ness. Sir, tell the people how you're doing tonight.
I'm doing fine, man. I was just so raring to go, amped up for Final Battle, and then 2020, once again, threw a fucking monkey wrench in the plans. So just got to roll with the punches at this point. But how are you today, my good man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm catching up. Today was my day to kind of catch up on wrestling and see everything that it's transpired this week that I didn't get a chance to watch live. I just watched the Pro Wrestling Noah main event for their final pay-per-view. That match was incredible. I know it's not related to Review of Honor or Ring of Honor, but guys, if you get a chance, watch that match. It is on YouTube. Uncle Dave gave it 5 stars, so that alone should tell you kind of what kind of match that is. And that's what we're going to be looking for when we see Final Battle. Are there going to be any standout matches? Are there going to be any standout moments? And before we can talk about all the developments of Final Battle, I got to remind you guys, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. We love to interact with our true heels, our fellow true heels. We love to discuss everything and anything that comes to mind when it comes to wrestling with you. And guys, so we start off this episode with Mike Bennett versus Vincent in a grudge match that definitely has more behind it than Jay Briscoe and EC3 really does at this point. And after 11 minutes and 34 seconds, we can tell that this is a grudge match because Vincent gets disqualified. He will not stop beating up on Mike Bennett in the corner. The ref tries to get him off him, won't do it, so the ref has no choice but to disqualify Vincent. I don't think Vincent's going to mind, guys, that he is disqualified. He takes Mike Bennett. He drags him out to the entrance ramp. It looks like he's going to put the hurt on Mike Bennett even more. Maybe I think it was Caprice who said, what if he's going to get that axe that he used on Taven earlier? But Taven comes out of nowhere to make the save and knocks out Vincent. Then Bateman shows up. Now we have all these guys brawling. Security has to come out to try to break them up. And, guys, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago when this whole storyline kicked off that maybe we're going to be getting a tag match at Final Battle, and it seems even more likely that we will be getting a tag match at Final Battle. Ness, tell me your thoughts on just this match, the post-match, everything that's going on with the build for this feud.
Man, honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. The match was pretty good, honestly, to be completely honest. I like Mike Bennett. He looked decent in the match. You know, he looks healthy. He looks like he's back to where he was before he left Ring of Honor, and now he has that passion back and he has his fire back. And even with Vincent, he was just like Caprice Coleman said, methodical in this match and very cerebral, and like he was just thinking, trying to stay a step ahead. And I even got ahead of myself. Prior to the match starting with just, the pre-match promo, the video packages, I didn't know that these guys had history before Ring of Honor. They were coming up together in like the New England area of professional wrestling, and they even said that Mike Bennett went into how when Matt Taven was making the Kingdom in his image, that he reached out to Bennett, asked him about bringing Vincent in, and he's just like, look, how do you feel about this? And then Mike Bennett was, he was all right with it. Like, even in, while he's talking, he's like, yeah, I don't know what this whole Vincent thing is. He's Vinny. I know him as Vinny. He was like family. And like, I didn't really know that all these things transpired prior to, up to this point. So I'm like, okay, I understand why this is not only a grudge match just because, Mike Bennett's coming back and he's coming back to help Matt Taven in the situation. Like, these guys have history with each other. So that's definitely been one of the better things with Ring of Honor since their restart is they're taking all of these, quote unquote real life stories, and now they're putting them into the storylines with their matches. So definitely give them props to that. Again, I actually enjoyed this match way more than I thought I would because up until this point, I was not interested in this. I'll be completely honest. But, these guys definitely showed me a better side of it. And then the post match brawl, Matt Taven coming to make the save, Bateman coming out to make the save for Vincent. Everybody's just anarchy all over the place. Yeah. So final battle, and then like even with Matt Taven saying like this is not going to be over, it's never going to end. So you guys till you grow some balls. It's just like there's a fire for this. It's definitely where it needs to be, and now I definitely am interested and want to see where it goes even up until final battle, and who knows, it might not even end at final battle. So I just like where it's going now. I'm definitely interested in this feud.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of turned into one of the marquee matches for Final Battle to me. I, too, did not know about their history until watching those promo videos. So really well done on bringing all of that together and working all of that together in the storyline. And Mike Bennett, yet again, to your point of looking healthy, is a testament to people out there. Many people are suffering with addictions of various sorts, and you can find the strength, whether it's within yourself, whether it's with the help of your friends, addiction specialists, whoever it is. Mike Bennett is a great example that you can rise above your devils and then, help your friend beat the shit out of somebody else who's being mean to him. But after this, guys, we have a promo video from the Foundation. It is none other than Tracy Hot Sauce Williams and Jay Lethal talking to and pumping up Rhett Titus as they show montage of Rhett Titus's career. And Rhett Titus is also talking over this video and doing a voiceover, and he's talking about how other people left him behind. Other people were rewarded for taking the cheap way out, the wrong way, for doing things the way they weren't supposed to. He's seen years of his career pass by, and he's sick and tired of it. And he is now ready to change and ready to focus and be who he is and who he always has been. And that has been a foundation for Ring of Honor. Now, this is just, it's really interesting to me because, again, I've said this before, the Foundation come across as heels, but they're supposed to be faces. So it's that part of it's a little weird to me. But outside of that, I thought the video was well done. I'm looking forward to see what happens with Rhett Titus going forward with the Foundation. And then after this, Ness's favorite crazy guy from Sandy Fork, Delaware is back.
I was gonna say I love this. Let's go. I love this.
Mark Briscoe is talking about how the holidays is a time for family and a time for people to get together and do things as a family, and he can't do that because one of his family members is insane, which is weird coming from him. But he says that Jay is so focused on EC3 that he's forgetting what is the bread and butter of the Briscoes, and that is tag team gold. And so he has decided to use his tag team shot, and he has found a partner. Santa Claus came early and answered his gift. Maybe it wasn't even Santa Claus. It was a Thanksgiving turkey flew by and just, I don't know, out of nowhere dropped PCO into Mark Briscoe's lap, because now the very unlikely duo of Mark Briscoe and PCO are going to be teaming together to take on none other than Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham, our tag team champions. Ness, tell me your thoughts about this halftime segment or halftime break of Ring of Honor this week.
Oh man, oh god, this was so hilarious. First of all, Mark Briscoe is already a character, and I feel where he's coming from. He's somewhat trying to be serious. Jay is obviously focused on EC3. His mind's definitely not on tag team wrestling at the moment. So Mark understands that. But Mark's also saying, look, you got to worry about you being hard-headed, so you go do what you got to do, but I got to do what I got to do. So, he's talking about how he wrote his letter to Santa, How he does every year since he was 8 years old. He's like 35, 36 now. So like somewhere around there. And he said he got what he wanted for Christmas and a monster in PCO. And then PCO comes out of nowhere and they're just like, oh my God, this is just so hilarious. But now that I'm thinking about it, these guys match up so well. They're both out there character-wise. In ring, they're both crazy as hell as well. I just want to see how their style meshes up against the style of Gresham and Lethal. I think if it was if it was Mark and Jay, like how it usually is, we might be able to see some like smash mouth, hard hitting wrestling. But now the fact that Mark Briscoe's crazy ass pretty much is going to be in the J position, and PCO's crazy ass is going to be following Mark's crazy ass. This is definitely going to be one of those matches to look out for. I can't wait for this. I just want to see how and if Mark Briscoe and PCO can be a cohesive unit. Also, I'm going to see if Jay Briscoe has any implications on this match as well, seeing now that, he's kind of freed up at the moment, unfortunately. And who knows, he might feel a way that his brother went out and found a new tag team partner. And, let's just say, not saying that it's actually going to happen. Let's just say these guys actually win. Now it's like, oh, my brother is going off, and now he's the tag team champion with somebody else when it should have been me. And that could be a whole nother story. Like, who knows where this could go, man?
What if Jay Briscoe gets a partner of his own?
Yeah, like, oh man. Oh my God. Like, this can go so many different ways. Props to Ring of Honor, man. They're definitely knocking it out the park with these stories. And it's just going great. And the fact that it's going into final battle and like so many things can just come from this alone.
You know what? I wasn't even thinking about it when PCO, like when they made the reveal. First thoughts, obviously the same that we're sharing. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. But then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. Mark's crazy. PCO's crazy. They do crazy things. And they're going up against a team whose whole thing is being the foundation, pure wrestling, keeping it honorable. In a weird way, even though Mark and PCO do not seem like they should be partnered together, it's almost the perfect pairing to take on the foundation. So that part of it, I was like, wow, that's actually low-key really good booking. Yeah. But guys, after this, we have a really, really, really good pure rules match. We have a match between Foundation member Tracy Hot Sauce Williams and John Walters. So for those of you who don't know, when you watch the promo video, it gave you all the history that you need to know. But John Walters is a former pure champion. He had been in the company for many years. He hasn't been in the company as well for many years. And he is kind of a hallmark or a staple or a foundation of Ring of Honor and pure wrestling in particular. So Tracy Williams, of course, is chomping at the bit to get a match with John Walters in his return to Ring of Honor. So this match, I really, really enjoyed this match. It was 11 minutes, 41 seconds. Tracy Williams pulls out the win. Kind of had that feeling that they're not going to have the John Walters. It kind of seems more like a one-off maybe for him to be back. Maybe he's not back full-time. Tracy Williams is more of the younger talent that can use the rub, can use the win. So in that sense, I liked the booking of it. One thing that I thought was really interesting was that Flip Gordon was on commentary, and that during the match, they kind of announced that Jonathan Gresham would be defending the Ring of Honor Pure title against Flip Gordon at Final Battle. Now, that seemed a little weird to me because I thought it should be Josh Woods. I was like, it should be Josh Woods, especially after everything Josh Woods has done. So I don't know how exactly. I think Flip might have said something about but even that part doesn't make sense because they kind of insinuated that Flip was due for a shot, but the title wasn't around before the pandemic. So what did Flip do to earn the shot? Flip hasn't even been on Ring of Honor TV. Even in this moment, you can't even see the guy. You can only hear him. So what has he really done to earn this title shot? I'm not sure. But either way, we are going to be getting that match at Final Battle. But, Ness, tell me your thoughts about this main event. I thought it was really great. I'd love to hear what you think.
Yeah, it definitely was a great match. I wasn't too familiar with John Walters prior to this, prior to seeing him there, but the video package definitely showed his history and how he was a staple in the pure division of Ring of Honor, beating guys like Samoa Joe, Homicide, Alex Shelley, and then just like, they just showed all his matches, and he definitely has the pure ability of professional wrestling and technical ability. So that was something I definitely didn't. I appreciate it, I should say. Tracy Williams, definitely one of the staples now and today in the pure division of Ring of Honor. So they both matched up, and it was just like a great thing to see during the video packages how there was, I think it was John Walters. He's like, Tracy Williams had submissions. I have submissions. It would just go from, he can do this, and so can I. I can do that better than him, and he has this. I have that as well. And it was just like, they would go from one shot, Tracy Williams putting on a submission, John Walters putting on a submission, Tracy Williams getting out of the submission, John Walters getting out of submission. So I really like how it was kind of like a mirror match at this point. And the match itself was great. I got to give it to Tracy Williams. I didn't think that John Walters would use his rope breaks as early and as much as he pretty much used them all. He did use them all, which that has been a great thing for Tracy Williams, because a lot of the matches in the Pure Title tournament, he had guys use all of their rope breaks. So that's starting to become a staple in his arsenal. Just making everybody use all their rope breaks. But like the match itself was very good, great technical wrestling ability. I want to say I kind of expected a little bit more out of John Walters, but I'm not gonna say he did bad. But maybe 14 years is a little.
This was his first match in 2 years.
Oh, in 2 years? Oh, yeah. Well.
Not like in Ring of Honor. It was his first match in many years.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. But like, yeah, 2 years, that's still a long time. Maybe he's, trying to get back into the swing of things, especially but like you said, he's like, I've been training, I've been watching. So definitely I enjoyed the match. But man, Tracy Williams, he just went out there and definitely did what he said he wanted to do. He said that John Walters was somebody that he's followed and studied for years, and that he was just aiming to beat. And the one thing that he really harped on was that, hey, John Walters, you might have beat a young, inexperienced Jay Lethal, but I just beat Jay Lethal of today, the one that has decades of experience, world-renowned, world champion, world everything, all the accolades, everything. So basically, if I can beat that Jay Lethal, I can basically beat you. That's pretty much what he was saying, and he went out there and did that. But,
yeah. That's one thing I like about Tracy Williams is that, and they talked about this during the match, is he's wearing that sling kind of bandaging on his shoulder. Yeah. And Flip was like, maybe he should have stayed home and tried to use more time to recuperate and recover. But what I like about it is in a subtle way, it is giving his opponents the target.
Yeah.
He is giving his opponents a target, and he's still winning. And
right.
That's what I think is really interesting about how they are presenting Tracy Williams and how they're booking him. It's almost as though, yeah, it's anything you can do, I can do better. But with Tracy Williams, it's just that much more. And in a way, every win that he gets now is reinforcing what it meant for Jonathan Gresham to beat him in the finals to be the champion. So guys, I don't know how much of the Final Battle card Ness knows already, so maybe we'll be able to see some live reactions to some of these matches as I tell him what they are. But we have two pre-show matches currently. The first is Tony Devin versus LSG versus Josh Woods versus Dak Draper. It's a 4-corner survival match for a shot at the World Television Championship later in the show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But man,
or Josh Woods, right?
Josh Woods should be facing Jonathan Gresham. Like, I don't know where the hell Flip Gordon came from. They're like, oh yeah, I should have been in the tournament. Maybe that's why. I guess they're trying to appease him. He's like, yeah, I didn't get the call for the tournament. Okay.
It's like that. The all-in pre-show battle royal where Flip got himself onto the show in order to face Jay Lee. It's got to be something like that. Flip's like, I don't know what it is. But next, and this is kind of a match that when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is going to be really good. It's Fred Yehai and Wheeler Utah versus Tracy Williams and Rhett Titus, a Pure Rules tag team match.
Oh man, that's going to be interesting.
That will be interesting.
I don't even know how that's going to work out, because when you think of the pure title, like the Pure Rules matches, there's like pretty much no interference. So how does that work when you have a tag title, like a tag team partner that's supposed to be inside the match and active in the match with you as well?
Does that mean that each man has 3 rope breaks? Does it mean a team has 3 rope breaks?
Yeah, that's
the whole thing is really interesting to me. I am looking forward to seeing how they do that and how they figure out those rules. Next, we have Brian Johnson, who I'm not 100% familiar with, versus Danhausen. And it's a singles match, and Danhausen will get an ROH contract if he wins. Sir, do you know who Danhausen is?
I believe. Oh, that's the guy.
The indie wrestler with the
face man.
Yeah. So
he's gonna get a contract. He's gonna get a contract. He's facing Brian Johnson. Yeah, he's gonna get a contract.
Next, guys, we had a feeling this was gonna happen. They're now being called the OGK, the Original Kingdom. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett versus the Righteous, Vincent and Bateman. It's going to be a grudge tag team match. We kind of had a feeling this was going to happen, and here as that official announcement. Next, we have Dragon Lee defending against the winner of that 4-corner survival match. Hopefully it's Josh Woods, because I hope he doesn't.
It has to be Josh Woods, man. Oh my goodness.
Next, we have the Foundation, Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham, defending against Mark Briscoe and PCO, the tag team that Ness didn't know he needed, but now is really happy that he has.
Yes.
Jonathan Gresham versus Flip Gordon for the ROH Pure Championship, and then Roosh defending against Brody King. Guys, as you will remember, there was a match announcement for the 6-man tag team championship, but 2020 said, I'm not too sure about that. There was going to be that grudge match between EC3 and Jay Briscoe, but 2020 said, I'm not too sure about that. COVID has reared its ugly head yet again, and because some of these talents have been either interacting with COVID, or they have it themselves, we aren't 100% sure. Some of these people have been removed from the card, and matches have been removed from the card. So Bandito and Flamita no longer on the card, so there goes our 6-man tag match. We no longer have Kenny King. I don't think he had a match booked, but hey, could have had something. And of course, we have now lost EC3 as somebody on the card. That's a big one. That is a big loss for EC3, Jay Briscoe. And like Ness was saying, Jay Briscoe has now been freed up, and he's seeing his brother just, trying to do who can be out crazing who with PCO. So how that's going to work, we don't know. But guys, that is something that we are going to have to find out together. Ness, do you have any thoughts about these match announcements, and just in general, I guess, the COVID announcement of what this means or what this is doing to the card?
Oh man, a week out before the pay-per-view, man, that's a killer. I guess it's better than the day of. So they have a little bit more time to try to figure things out. I'm upset, man, because I definitely wanted to see that the 6-man titles be defended. I'm a huge fan of Bandito. I knew he had COVID prior, like a couple months ago, before the restart. I'm hoping he didn't get it again. I hope that this whole situation with everybody that that's been pulled off the show. I hope all these guys are okay and make speedy recoveries. And man, that's just one of the matches that I was looking forward to. The other match that I definitely was looking forward to with EC3 versus Jay Briscoe, man. Like, I hope that they just keep building onto this after the fact, and it's not something that they just throw to the wayside. Because
I think it'd be hilarious if Jay Briscoe got he got even more angry because he couldn't fight EC3 because of COVID, and then he just got angry at COVID. Like somehow he just gets angry at COVID, because why he's angry at EC3 doesn't make sense to begin with. So of course he should be able to get angry at an invisible disease. Like that would just be perfect.
Well, now he has a reason. He'll blame, EC3, you want to blame COVID? It ain't COVID. You just a punk bitch. in pure Jay Briscoe fashion.
That'll be amazing, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So guys, thank you once again for tuning in to Review of Honor. Next week we will be giving you all of our match predictions. I am sure that there is going to be some kind of roundtable discussion for the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. That'll be interesting because Ness should already be on the roundtable, so how will he be the roundtable rebel? But hey, the sixth man does what the sixth man needs to do whenever he's called upon. So he will find a way to both be the roundtable rebel and already supposed to be on the roundtable. But guys, Ness, tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram at skinny__Kravitz, on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz, and on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Not only am I the sixth man, because I pop on everybody's shows, I now take over with my co-host Chris G, Blunt Impact, the former man of 1,004 numbers, StatKing. He's the host. He has 1,004 shows at this point, so trying to alleviate some of the tension of all these shows, But there's a lot going on over there as well. So, and maybe at one point, ROH can be thrown in the mix with this. So I don't know. We'll see where everything's going.
All I know is they made the announcement that Kenny Omega is going to be back on Impact next week. So
the same people that tuned in and were mad last week
they're going to be mad again.
So I can't wait for that.
And guys, you can always catch me on the True Heels Facebook page, getting into arguments with people that I probably should not be getting into, because why do we really need to argue about any of this stuff? And besides that, you can catch me as always here on Review of Honor and on Dark Power, where I cover AEW Dark, UWN, and the NWA. Guys, once again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Stay safe. As we see, COVID is still definitely a thing, and it's definitely ravaging everyone. Here in Chicago, we were back under lockdown. We're slowly coming right back out of it. And I know that Cuomo and the mayor over there in New York, where I used to live, are doing some things. So, and you're in Jersey, and Jersey's getting affected too.
And now working like Philly, so they're definitely, it just sucks, man.
Tri-state area with Pennsylvania, everybody is going through it. So, guys, until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And we will catch you guys later. Peace.